We're gonna get started, guys. So welcome to the Education Technology virtual conference, EdTech We Ignite EdTech Heroes. My presentation is how to enhance education through innovative technology. Like I said, I'm a science lab teacher at Trevino Elementary, PSJA. And I really, even though I'm a lab teacher, I do use a lot of technology um, for lesson planning to create my lessons and things like that, right? So I'm gonna start talk a little bit about me. So I'm a lab teacher, like I said. I've been a little bit over 10 years of experience in various roles at PSJA. I've been since a custodian all the way to a teacher, right? Running through several different positions in the front office, paraprofessional, things like that. My areas of expertise, science, technology, and engineering. I do have a engineering background. I didn't add math because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not like too into math, but I like math. Of course, I'm good at math. And then some previous projects that I have done here on campus. It has been interactive classrooms. Of course, we have a lot of animals and nature here on classroom and campus. I do have a chicken coop outdoor classroom extension that I created as I was this last couple of years that I was here. Uh, of course, I'll be presenting on the best practice for effective teaching in a couple of days. Then some of the things that I've done is elementary curriculum writing and middle school curriculum writing, right? I think I've done maybe like 4 years of curriculum writing when it comes to elementary and middle school together. Okay, today objectives. We have four objectives for today. Explore a variety of engaging websites and tools such as teaching platforms, educational gaming websites, and free tools that can enhance classroom activities. Incorporate the use of chatbots to foster creativity and critical thinking skills. Share engaging tech-based student activities and provide practical tips and teach resources for teachers. Right, that's going to be the main meat and bones of this presentation, pretty much. So I'm gonna go over some challenges, and I put a lot of them, and it looks like it's a lot of them, but this can happen in just one lesson or one session. So teachers face challenges using technology such as limited device access. Sometimes their students don't have a device. Here on PSJA, they provide one. Some of them leave them on campus, some of them taken home. So it's just gonna depend on the school. Time constraints, of course. Other issues include student distractions. They might be doing something they shouldn't. They might be in a separate page, even though PSA does control that very well. They still know how to get to those games, right? Digital divide. Some of them like it, some of them don't. Budget limits. Sometimes we don't have enough money to buy programs or even a hardware, right? A computer or something like that. Resistant to change. Some of us don't want to use it because we think it's harder to use technology, but actually it makes everything a lot easier when it comes to lesson planning or presenting as well. Privacy concerns, of course, no one wants to get their information out there or anything like that. Technical difficulties, these we see very often. So in my classroom, I use 50% technology, 50% traditional methods, just because I know sometimes technology might fail, right? Compatibility issues and equal participation also hinder effective classroom, tech integration, and disrupt learning. So the tech integration, that has a lot to do with students being engaged. If you don't have a good engagement or good material, they will drift away, right? So why EdTech matters. One, it empowers teachers and students, promotes engagement and active learning, encourages creativity and collaboration, and prepares students for digital futures, right? As we know, technology is moving forward. Um, so we have to move with it, right? Because if not, we're going to stay behind. If we don't innovate, we'll evaporate, right? So we have to pretty much continue learning. But as technology goes on, also dangers of technology go on, right? So that's something that we might be talking about in a couple of minutes. So exploring engaging websites. Exploring engaging websites and tools provide access to valuable up-to-date resources that enhance learning, creativity, and productivity. Now, we're going to be looking at several platforms, right? I'm going to go over several platforms. I am not going to go in depth in all of them, but I'll show you what I do with each one of them, right? So now, before we go into the classrooms, I want to go ahead and we're gonna start a game real quick just to see how much we know about technology and the usage of technology. Now, this is GimpKit. This one I use it a lot. On this one, you can create your own questions. These would pink right here. This were AI created, right? So this question was generated with AI. These were from a bank that you can get from when you create your question, you create a bank. So I'm gonna go ahead and start a game. I'm just gonna need you guys to log in either through. I can give you a link, or you can just scan the QR code. We're gonna play Snowball. It's the one that I like. So we'll do 3 minutes. You can do teams or free for all. You can give them as many snowballs you want per question they answer. This time I'm gonna do three. Because if you give them seven, it might be too much. Well, let's do five. And you can allow them to join in late. If you're having trouble with the students making up names that they're inappropriate or something like that, just generate your own names, right? Use nickname generator, and that should save you that, because sometimes they do add names that they shouldn't, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and continue, and let's see. Okay, you can go ahead and go into gimkey.com, join, and enter code. This is gonna be your code 998-290. Let me go ahead and copy the link, see if I can put it in chat. Go. Okay, there you go. So this game, very simple game. As you can keep playing if you continue answering questions, right? So the more questions you answer, the more balls you get, the more you get to play. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple of seconds to see if everyone else wants to join. You can move with your little arrows if you want. If you're using a phone, you can use it with the phone. There's several different games. This one, it's a snowball fight, right? There's snowball fight. There's several different games, very engaging games. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the game. There's only five. Yeah, let me start the game. So in order for you to answer questions, you go at the bottom left, right? You answer the question. The questions are going to come out. True or false? Quiz is the only effective vocabulary study tool. Of course not, right? That's false. That gave me 5 snowballs. I can either close it and start shooting at everyone if I want. See. And then you go here. So this was just going to be a 3 minute game, and it's just to show you more or less what you can do with that. Um, so once you finish your snowballs, you can still go ahead and answer more questions and get more, right? Oh, like me, I don't have any more. I have to go answer questions in order to get more hours. I'm going to say that we're going to put in the classroom, just close and continue. This game we usually do it on Fridays when it's we call it Fun Fridays before we're testing or just for a quick review. You can add your questions, not the same questions from the test, of course, but you can do something similar or the same units topic, and of course they get a refresh before they test, right? And of course um most of the time I do this on Fridays, right? Because we call them Fun Fridays. This is just one of the gaming platforms, but you also have BlueKid, you have Bamboozled, or you might have Kahoot, right? Actually, Kahoot just updated. They updated a new version which you can present from Kahoot and add the same games that they've had before, right? Okay, so that was the game. It does give you a little bit of background here, right? If you want to go view a report, you can go ahead and view a report and see how many questions they got right, how many questions they got wrong, who answered what right, who answered what wrong, right? And you can get a little bit of a report right there. Okay, so that was GimKit. Okay, so that was one of them. That was GimKit, right? So GimKit is like I said, it is really really good when it comes to review because you get to play with the students, you get to do a lot of these things that you don't get to do all the time, right? Right, let me just give me a little bit of trouble. Okay, so so we're exploring websites now. How to plan using technology, right? We when it comes to planning, I like to use a lot of technology. I use several different apps, and I'll show you which ones that I use right now and how do I use them. But yes, we always start by setting clear learning objectives. Choose digital tools like Google Classroom for organizing materials and assignments, and a few words just so you can add your links or give them the material through Google Classroom. That way, they have one point access. Design engaging activities with Google Slides, Nearpod, or use Padlet for collaboration. These are just some of them, but there's more, right? Like Canva, CurryPod. There's several different ones, and I'll go over them right now. Assess learning with tools like Google Forms, quizzes, or Kami. So these are just for assessment, right? There's another one, Formative. Formative is very, very good for assessment. You can create your own assessment, or upload yours, and then they can take the test from there, right? And then, of course, store resources in Google Drive. That's the one that we use. That way, you don't lose your resources. And then provide feedback via platform like Seesaw or Google Classroom. Right. This is where we provide the feedback to the students, or you can do it in person as well. Why is it a good idea using technology? Is because lesson planning enhances engagement, streamlines preparation, supports diverse learners, and builds digital literacy. Right. Why it might fail? Because technology-based lesson planning may fail due to technical issues, limited access, lack of training, distractions, or ineffective integration, right? Okay, now I'm gonna go over the pages that I use in my classroom, right? These are the exploring, engaging websites that I use in my classroom. Of course, for resource and planning, Magic School. Magic School, I think it's one of the best ones right now. Magic School and School AI, these two are great. Very, very similar. For Magic School, if you haven't seen how it looks, I highly recommend for you to use it. The way I use Magic School is to create several different questions and things like that. In your teacher tools, you're gonna have all your tools right here, right here at the bottom. Um, you can lesson plan with this one. You have a presentation generator, multiple choice quiz assessment. You can generate a rubric. So these are all things that you get to use and with Magic School. Now, keeps giving me trouble. Sorry guys, keeps giving me a little bit of trouble. Go ahead and share that. Okay, so that was Magic School. Now, School AI, it's very similar than Magic School. To me, it's a little bit easier to navigate, right? You also have all your tools right here on top. You have your lesson plan. You can lesson plan from here. You can create worksheets, multiple choice quizzes, right? You can build your own labs. This is I use this one a lot to build your own labs. Rubric, text lever, text translator. So you have all these tools that you can use with this in order to lesson plan, right? If you want to lesson plan, you can use those tools right away. Now, Tiny Wow, it is also AI generation, but this one is free, right? So you probably will see a lot of what call them ads on this one, right? So this one also creates video tools, AI write, file tools, image tools, PDF tools. So there's a lot of things that you can do with this page as well. So you have an essay writer, story generator. This story generator, I've used it to create stories. Let's say about um, I don't know, states of matter, states of matter. Oh, sorry, and then generate story. It gives you a little bit of captcha. Um, it takes a little bit, of course. It takes a little bit to generate the story. But if you have a topic in mind, you just put the topic or whichever um, topic you want to use, and it will generate a story. Oh, for some reason, it's not generating right now. But yeah, that's one way that you can use Tiny Wow as well, right? And of course, OG ChatGPT. ChatGPT. I think this was the first one that we started with. And this one is very simple AI. You can summarize text. You can get advice if you want to get advice for personal problems. I don't know, whichever you want to get advice for school, how to create something. It can help you write something that you need to write. Make a plan, brainstorm, and there's a lot more things to do. Code, analyze data, and analyze images. So that would be ChatGPT, right? Now, the ones that I really want to go over, because we're not going to have much time, is going to be this here in the middle, right? So, Nearpod, I think mostly everyone knows this one. This one I won't be talking about because I think they already it's out of the PSJA website, right? I think we had it there. It disappeared. I think we're done with that one. Now, Padlet, what I wanted to show you with Padlet, it's lesson planning, right? So if you go to home, you go into Padlet, open your. The only thing with Padlet that the free version only gives you three Padlets. You can only use three Padlets, right? You can only use three Padlets. So once you use it, you're done. You can move it to trash and leave it there. Now, if you keep it in trash, you can use it from here. You can bring it back anytime you want. So you can still save them here, um, in the back. Okay, so we're gonna make a Padlet. So let's say I have tutoring. I didn't prepare anything. What do I do? What do I do? I go to Padlet, go to lesson plan, elementary science, fifth grade. Let's say ecosystems. I used it before. Uh, Standards to align. TEACS, I believe is 13.1A, if I'm not wrong. We'll find out. And then Chris create. You can add additional details and stuff like that. But this is gonna give you like the bones or like the skeleton of your lesson plan. From there, you can go ahead and start picking what you need. You can start adding more things. Like I said, it might take a minute or two to create the whole lesson plan. But once it's created, it gives you a layout of something that you can follow, right? So basically it did all the
Is
lesson
your
plan for
grandma
you.
working? Is
Sorry?
your grandma working today?
Oh,
Hmm?
someone. Yeah. So it might take a couple of minutes, but it's still gonna create the lesson plan, and then you go from there. You pick and choose what you want. You can add more. You can add your own activities. You can add your own things, right? Like in this one, so it gave me learning objectives and instructional activities, then assessments that I can perform, a closure, right? Like your exit ticket, and then homework or ideas on homework how to send home. Now, this you can get the ideas. But now, Padlet added the play button, which is pretty much presentation mode, right? You're gonna start. You can have your students log in through the QR code, and all you do from now on is just follow the Padlet, right? So in this case, we created one. We get our learning objective, the main learning objective. It's already there. If you don't like it, you can go ahead back and change it. Then the alignment still will observe and describe the physical characteristics of environments. This is for 13.1A alignment, which is science teak. The success criteria or what's expected from the students to learn. And then we go into instructional activities, right? The essential question. This is basically your instruction. Your essential question, a video, so you can do maybe like a talk over video, like a small presentation using the video. Direct instruction. What is an ecosystem? In here, you still have to elaborate a little bit more, but it gives you like the idea, right? What is an ecosystem? And then ecosystem components or activity. You can go ahead and I believe most of these are for teachers pay teachers. You can click on the link. It'll take you to teachers pay teachers, and then you can download from there, right? So that's one way you can follow as well. Uh, Guided practice. Also, you have to prepare a little for this one. It gives you ecosystem type gallery walk, independent practice, differentiation in case you need it, which we always need it, and then extension activities, assessments, and it basically gives you the entire slideshow, right? So it gives you the entire slideshow, and you get to perform with Padlet like that. Now, uh, Canva. I'm gonna go over Canva real quick. Let's see. We still have some time. So, Canva. What do I use Canva for? Canva, I use it to create things, maybe something similar to like maybe like Delpa's writing or something that is going to help me create. You might see some of these in the science curriculum this year because we created some of these to input in there. But it's a writing prompts, right? And you can create these with Canva. Yeah, you just go ahead and go to design. You can design, you pick whichever you like. In this case, it can be this one. Add as a new page. And you can create another one at the bottom, right? You can have travel plans. You can change the title. You can change the instructions or the writing prompt, and then you give them a little space for them to write. Like in this case, a travel plans. I I would relate it to summer, right? We just came back from summer. So, hey, where did you travel? Give me a good story about that, right? So that's some of the things that I can do with Canva. Now, one thing that I like to do with Canva, I go into the apps. They have an app store right here at the bottom, right? I like to use Gively as well. Um, Gively will help you plan as well, right? All you have to do is go use the new design, pick presentation 69, and it's going to open your presentation on this page over here, right? Now here, there's some of them they're there already. You can pick, but a lot of them you can create. In this case, I usually try to use the tab that says curriculum. Of course, USA. Oh, sorry, USA. Then state of Texas. Grade level. I'm gonna do fifth grade. That's, and then science, right? Now in here, you can select your standards. Uh, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's with the new standards for science because some science standards changed, but it gives you an overview of what it is, right? So on this one, let's say the student describe pattern cycles. So let's do 5.12C. Describe a healthy ecosystem, and then we apply. And that should be enough to give you a lesson plan to follow, or not a lesson plan to follow, but a guide to follow, right? Instructions, you can also use the Inspire Me, suggest hands-on activity related to the lesson that students can easily do at home, right? Amount of text, you can be very detailed or you can be medium. I like to do medium just so they understand more of what they're reading, right? And then generate. Oh, hold on. Yeah. So, well, I'm out of credits on this one because I used it this morning, but this one will generate the same thing as Padlet, right? It will generate a new a new lesson for you. Let me show you one of the ones that I already have. See, no, I think I created any of it this morning. But yeah, these are some of the things that we've created, right? And you'll see these like I said in the curriculum. But yeah, that's Canva. Canva can also be very, very helpful to create a lot of your assignments, right? Now, one thing you should do, and I would recommend every time you create an assignment, go ahead and save it, keep it there, and you never know. You might build something really, really good. You can go ahead and go to TPT and sell it to other teachers. You never know, right? If you start creating your own things, you can they're yours, they belong to you. You can go ahead and sell it in TPT, right? Now, I want to do this one, Wakelet. Let me go ahead and log into Wakelet. Wakelet, this one, it's on our in our apps. I haven't seen anyone use it. I've used it for a while already. But what this is a resource collection, pretty much, right? You get a lot of collections here for resources. Now, let me go ahead and go to my collections, right? So in my collections, I have let me see, how to teach like a champion, teaching resources, right? Like this one is a copy that I made. Teaching resources. Once you click on it, it will give you all the resources, or not all the resources, but a lot of resources that you can use in your classroom, right? If you interested in the 5E instructional model, the ones that we use for science, it's right here, how to perform, how to use it. Um, if you want to do a little bit of questioning or questioning strategies, they're right here, right? You have some question strategies right here. You even have videos from, I believe, well, this one's not for teacher, well, teach like a champion. You have the avid instruction and instruction strategy. This one I like a lot, especially from Teach Like a Champion, because the book comes with some videos. The videos are very, very interesting. I really like those videos a lot. You have, and this is just one folder, right? Inquiry, inductive teaching, assessment, cognitive level, and you can add more sections, right? But this one is great, just to get more information or to get more resources. Now, from here, I got a lot of the technology resources. Let me see. We have computer science, statistics, student engagement. What are my technology resources? Okay, assessment using technology. This is a good one. This one tells you how to use technology when you assess, right? Because sometimes they're gonna get out of the page and they're gonna go other place. So this one tells you how to pretty much do it with technology. So this is also a good collection. I highly recommend you to go in and download, or go into Clever and click on Wakelet. That's where we have it, and it gives you pretty good options. Like this one for teaching, teach like a champion. Question, teach like a champion. That's very high quality LTO the Kelso way. Um, these are very, very good strategies. Let me see if I can play one real quick. This is the no opt out. This is one of my favorites. Okay, so that was just a couple of seconds of those videos. If you're a new teacher and you're lost sometimes, it's really really good. Go ahead and look at these videos. Teach Like a Champion. They are really really good videos. Even though some of them are old, they're really really good strategies. If you can pair it with the book, of course, go ahead, read the book, read the chapter. Most chapters will refer you to a video. If you do that, you're in a good way, right? That's gonna put you in a good path. Let's see. Now, let me show you how to get to Wakelet through our computer, pretty much, right? Let me go ahead, move this one. So we're gonna go into Google, right? You can open a new screen. The way I do it, I usually go into this little box right here, the little house. That sends you to your applications, right? Instead of looking, I'd like to type whatever I'm looking for. This time I'm looking for Clever. Clever appears there. Click on Clever. Now you have all your resources here, right? This is where you have all your resources. Now this is the one that I'm talking about. This is Wakelet. Wakelet, I hadn't seen it there. I started seeing it. I've been using Wakelet for a while already, but I hadn't seen this link there. I just saw it a couple of months ago. But yeah, if you can just click on it, create an account. Oh, well, it's because I'm already logged in over here. But if you can click on it and create an account, that would be great, right? That will give you a lot of resources, like I said, to use. There's a lot of resources there that I've used before, that I got from there, and that's just from Wakelet, right? Like I said, go ahead, log in, look for the collections that you're interested in, add them, and then you can go back and look at all the material and pick and choose whatever you want. You can copy link and send it to your own lesson plans, right? Now, let me go over the CurryPod. CurryPod, since Nearpod is out, I started using a little bit more of the CurryPod, which it is very very similar, and it does have that generate AI lessons. Let me see. You can also you can start new from blank, a new folder, or generate lessons from AI. Right. I'm gonna go over the AI real quick. Where it says add materials, you can add your own materials. If you already have materials, go ahead and add them, and it creates a lesson plan. Another clears a full lesson for you. Let's say fifth grade ecosystems. Okay, ecosystems like that, and then it should give me something. Even if you are vague like that, like if you have very very little words, it will give you um um an ideas in how to do it, right? So now it says, would you like this framework, instructional focus, relevance, lens? We're gonna put introduction, and it's gonna generate a little bit more ideas. Right now, it's gonna ask you again, any specific hook for student connection, like exploring local park food. Okay, we're gonna use that. Oh, no, sorry. Copy, and then we just paste over here. I think I missed an L. Okay, and then go ahead. And it's start going to generate a little bit more, a little bit more. It's going to keep asking you, what do you want to do? How do you want to finalize? And then after that, it will give you a pretty good lesson plan to follow, right? The exploring local parks. Exploring local parks. And you put here TEACS. Oh, which is the Texas knowledge and skills. Okay, so your learning objective is ready. Now we're gonna generate the lesson, right? We already put in all the information. Let's see what it comes out with. And this is just gonna create something small. It's not gonna be something very very extended, but it's something that you can start with. and this is especially if you're a new teacher, right? If you're a new teacher, you still don't know how to follow the lesson plan. You don't know where to get the lesson plans from PSJA. So you can start building your own as you learn, right? But PSJA, of course, provides lesson plans anywhere from RLA, math, biology, science, pretty much for everything, right? They're all there. Now, still generating. Here on the left, you're gonna see um, basically what it's doing, right? Just create an exit ticket, introduction, exit ticket, the next step, performance task development, wrap up activity. So it's gonna give you pretty much everything. Once it stops generating here, everything is gonna be done, right? And those are activities. Some CurePod will add activities as it goes. It usually creates like 10, 12. It depends on the number of slides, but it gives you several activities. You can see it's still generating. We're already at uh, 21 slides, right? Still generating. So since it's generating everything, it's gonna take a while, right? You can also stop. Oh, there you go. So this one already stopped, right? Now, if you're teaching both English and Spanish, you can make this lesson bilingual, right? So all you have to do is click in here, make this lesson bilingual, and it will generate another lesson, of course, in Spanish, right? You just have to follow the steps. But I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna preview, but it's gonna ask you to log in. You don't have to log in. I just want to show you how it should look, right? Once you preview, this is the student classroom on the left. The student screen, they're gonna enter the PIN code. This is your on your right, your classroom screen. There's the PIN right there. Once they input the PIN or they scan the QR code, they should be able to log in to your lesson, and then you start from there. Right. Once you start, you're gonna start seeing everything that it was created. Right. Let's say slide one, slide two, the objective, slide three, the instruction gives you an instruction. What are producers? Uh, this is one activity. Choose a term and draw it. You can draw a producer or how photosynthesis works. So it gives you ideas, right? You don't have to use all of this, but you can use some of these ideas or to start generating your own lessons, right? For tutoring, for intervention, for extra planning, for extra I don't know for anything you need it, right? This is just one more way to use the QueryPod. Now, once you create it, it usually stays saved over here. It will appear in a couple of minutes as it saves. But yeah, you can also get reports from your every time you do one, you can get reports, and of course your settings, right? You have your settings. So this one is very easy to follow as well. It is not a hard website to follow, so I would recommend for you guys to start using this one whenever you can, right? Since day one, that way you get your students to start putting their information in. Now, next one, formative. Formative is great for testing your students, right? So formative, it is sorry, formative. It can create activities, practice sets. You can bring in your classes, and of course, you can have your testing done in here, right? So these are some activities that I've done. These are some of the practice sets that I have generated. I don't have any classes right now because we haven't started the school year, so I pretty much deleted everything. But you can import a class roster or create a new class, right? This is going to be you would have to have your students in order for to log them in. Okay, so quick links, activities. Now to create, you can create a formative. This will be your test. You can create your test right here. You can also create a lesson, and you can create your practice set. Now, if the district or school buys the plan, you can also create common assessments, right? But let's go to the assessment, right? You can put your title formatting for here where you put your name. Let's say tech assessment, something like that. You can just put something like that, and then from there you can upload your own file, search the library and existing items, or import from your Google Drive. Now, because of curriculum, they create a lot of your tests, right? So you can go ahead, go to your Google Drive and bring them back from your Google Drive into a formative, right? If you don't have to do that, or if you really don't have a test, you can go ahead and get one from the ones that they're already here in the page, right? There's a lot of them. You can choose a language: French, Spanish, Turkish. We're gonna stay in English, of course. Grade level, I'll do fifth grade. You can do also fourth, third. It depends on which grade level you are at. um, you can select an option, which is this case, since I teach science, I'll pick science. It's going to be at the bottom right there. Okay, so now you see generic lab template. You also see Spanish words in here, right? Because you get a lot of them. It's not giving me the standards right now, but when you get more specific, it will give you standards to follow, right? So let's say Earth Science Review, right? We have an Earth Science Review. We click Add. We already added to formative. We have it there. It's 13 questions, right? So this one, you should have it already in your formative. You go to your formatives, and it was going to be this one right here, the one that says Earth. There you go. And this one is blocked right now, but you can also get your item bank as well there, right? So there's several ways that you can do it here. Now, once you have your test here, you can go ahead and assign it to the students either through here through formative, or you can copy a link um and continue with that, right? See my formatives. For some reason it's not opening. Yeah. So here, and here you can also clear out everything. You should come up with your own. You have your public as well. These are all your public ones that you can use. So formative is good. Go if you can go ahead and log in, create your own account and start using it, right? Because the more you use it, the easier it gets to perform your or to get your scores. Because it will score on its own, and it will send you the scores pretty much to Google Classroom. So that will be on formative. So we already covered the resource and planning, the Padlets, and then of course the educational gaming platforms. GameKit, where you play with GameKit. BlueKit is very similar to GameKit. Go ahead and log in. Uh, BlueKit is very similar to GameKit. It's a little bit older than GameKit, but it's also a very good way for reviewing with your students, right? And this one, let me go to my history. These are the ones that you have you can use, right? These are some of the I guess sets that you can use. If you don't have one, you can go to Discover, and then you can type, let's say, ecosystems. And I've been using ecosystems all day. Oh, okay. Well, there's one here with 10 questions. You can look at the questions, make sure that they're related to what you're trying to teach, and then all you do is host game, right? And same thing, you pick a game like in GameKit. I like to play Crypto Hack, and then you host, and same thing is going to give you the link, and then they share. And this one you can add the time, 7 minutes. I like to do 3 to 5 minutes depending on how much we have, but three should be fine, maybe five. But this is another one that you can use. Well, of course, you host. They go to playbluekit.com. They can scan the QR code. Blooket.com and enter the game code, right? And it will give you the same gaming experience as the other one. Or you can copy link and then drop it anywhere you want, like in the chat um for your Google Classroom, Teams, anywhere you want, right? So this will be Blooket. And I'm sorry that I'm going so fast, guys, but we only had 1 hour to go over all these. Okay, so another OG, Kahoot. The Kahoot, we've seen it for so long. Now, the new things about Kahoot, it's they have a presentation mode now, right? So let me see if I can find it. They have a presentation mode. This presentation mode, I really like. It's right here. It says present, engage your audience, because, or you can make content as well, because you can add all the games from Kahoot into the lesson, right? You can start adding all everything into a lesson. You can also import your presentations. Like I said, if you already, well, I'm not gonna look in, but if you already have uh presentations ready, you can bring them into Kahoot and just keep adding. You can add games. You can present in the classroom. You can add true or false. You can add games. You can add questions, and they're all in the setting of Kahoot. And of course, we know what Kahoot is, right? It's basically a gaming platform, or started as a gaming platform, and it has been adding more and more things. So if you haven't used Kahoot in a while, go back and start using it, because they did add it. They did add it a lot of things to make new content to present. If you want to learn how to use it, and of course the ones that they already have there, right? Okay, let's see. And the last one I'm going to talk about is going to be Bamboozle. Okay, so Bamboozle is it's free, but only one game, right? One game is free, which this one I use in Teams. Wait, hold on. This one I use in Teams. I use it in teams. You can create teams. Each team will get a question, and if they answer, they get the points. Oh, what's going on? Okay. So if you see, I don't have many right here, because I deleted all my games, because it looks really different when it has all the games. So, but this is the only game you can play. You go into games. Okay. Go here. You go into games, and you can find several games in here that you can use, right? For assessing your students as well. So you get your games, search by game. Let's say system. For some reason, it's working very slow. Let me see. Okay, so I'll go to the collection then, so you guys can see more or less, and I'll pick just whatever. But guess the word. Uh, to include one Halloween word. The only game that you can use in this one will be the. Oh well, this one you need Bamboozle Plus to continue. But it will be the Bamboozle game. Bamboozle game is just a series of questions. Let me see if I can get to it, because for some reason it's not letting me. Oh, here we go. Oh, right here. Okay, pick this one. Play. Okay, this one is the only one that you play for free. These sometimes it says play free with ads, so you're gonna be playing ads and you get to play it. But the only free one is this one, which is a good game. Let's say you create 3 teams, 4 teams, 5 teams. You can give them power ups or not. It's up to you, right? And then you pick classic. The classic game, that's the one that they can play. Now, every time you click, let's say team one, right? It's showing team one. They pick let's say number 8, and then they get a question. Which of the following is an example of a primary consumer? Uh, they give you an answer. Let's say they picked mushroom breaking down a tree. Well, no, right? That would be like the wrong answer. So it was rabbit eating grass, and it tells you oops, and then you give them the point or not, right? So team two, let's pick it's 10 to show the answers. Artificial consumer made of aquarium greenhouse in urban areas, true. Okay, so then you give them the point, right? Then it's gonna start adding the points for. But yeah, that will be bamboozle, right? That's another one, really good one that you can start using as well. Now it's already 10:20, guys. I know I talked a lot this time, but these are some of the websites, and I will give you this links or this presentation so you can start using some of these websites. There's a lot more, but because of the time, I probably won't have enough time to go over all of them. But I'm gonna open the chat for questions. If you guys have any questions, um, I'm here to answer some of your questions. If you guys need anything, just let me know. If not, great. It was great to have see you guys here. I hope you learned from us. I hope you learned something new or something. I wish I would have gone more in depth of each one of them, because they are really, really good, really, really good websites that you can use to, especially to plan and percent, right? So if you want start using some of those, go for it, man. It's gonna give you a lot of help, lots of help. Now, I'll wait here for a couple of minutes, see if you guys have questions or something, and I'll be here more than happy to answer some of your questions. And thank you again, thank you guys, thank you again for attending the session.